Guys, it's April already. The spring is here. It's freaking fantastic. And in honor of Earth Day, we are donating $100 from every consultation to a really good cause to raise awareness about sustainable design, and that is Habitat for Humanity. We here are really trying to focus on more sustainable design and how to make a little bit less of an impact, a negative impact on the planet. Ooh, exciting finds. We are having a design meeting. We have a presentation next week, so lots to review. This is the kitchen. I'm really excited about this. The big challenge is trying to find, we're trying to infuse more vintage and consignment finds into our designs, but when we're doing something like a kitchen, it's really hard because the products are mostly new. The only way you could really do that would be with vintage hardware, cabinet pulls and knobs. That's a great idea, actually. Sometimes I think of really good ideas. And sometimes my ideas suck. Come on in, I just had a good idea. Because of how we're trying to focus on more sustainable and reusing. Mm-hmm. What if, I love that hardware, but what if I found something at the door store?
I'm okay with that because I already said that I was going to tell you today that we need to change this hardware.
Oh, you know what though? If it's an unlacquered that's older, it'll have all that patina that I think it'll be okay to go with the brushed.
Yeah.
Let's go through these options.
All right, so since our last meeting.
And the island is not a lot of counter space.
Right.
I would keep this counter space. I think this is really nice to be able to put your food coming into the dining room.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this is what, a door that goes in?
Right now it's just a door that swings open.
Well, that's not practical.
Okay, so.
Because it's such a tight walkway.
Yeah.
So if it's open, it's gonna be open all the time. When you have children running around like crazy, you're not gonna have the time to leave something open. Someone's gonna whack their head on that. And the time it takes to make a coffee, it's a while, right? Because you're making coffee for Mrs., coffee for Mr. So it needs to either slide back in or something else.
Okay.
Okay, that's awesome.
I'm glad that we were able to figure out a way to make that work in this one.
We still love the stripe for Roman, so do we have pricing on that? Yeah. Awesome, yay! Okay, we're gonna go sourcing now. We're gonna find some vintage hardware. I feel like I've set a pretty lofty goal for myself, trying to find all sustainable products and reduce our carbon footprint. It's actually really hard. But I'm gonna do it. Mark my words. And then I'm gonna teach everybody in the world how to do it. And then it's gonna become so commonplace that you will remember a time when it wasn't like that. I'm probably gonna find 500 things that I love and have no place to use. That happens to me every time. These are the hooks I put in my laundry room. The hardware, oh no, these are the ones. I put these in my laundry room. The hardware in the pulls on the cabinets in my laundry room are from here. The only challenge, there's tons of knobs there. The challenge with this is that you can't always find the quantity that you need if you're looking for a lot. So when you're doing an entire kitchen, you've got to be okay with mixing and matching, which I'm totally okay with. I want one of these in the office. I should buy one for the office because when the other side's fighting with my side, I can be like, order in the cart. There's this lipstick, this Maybelline lipstick that everyone's talking about on Instagram that basically lasts forever. And you put it on your lips, and I'm gonna buy some today. Because now that I've started wearing lipstick, which is a new thing for me, it's super a pain in the ass because the lipstick doesn't stay on. You have to reapply like 20 times a day. I'm gonna try this stuff. I'll report back to you. Guys, we are at an awesome consignment store here in Toronto. It's called Elle Eve. If you're looking for some vintage finds, you gotta check it out. But I'm really excited because I've had some really great conversations with the owner about sustainable design and how important it is. I love really unique vintage finds that are great quality. We're gonna go in, we're gonna find some things for a couple of our projects and hopefully learn a little bit more. I grew up watching like HGTV when it was first like Trading Spaces. Yeah. I was in university, it was like a very impressionable time in my life, and watched all the Design Inc. Yeah. And I loved how she would incorporate and would come to places like this and find like a corbel and put it into a kitchen. And she'd recover chairs, and I always loved that. And I still love that. Yes, upcycling is exactly what it is. Yeah. But there is this connotation of it being like cheap and DIY, right, which I want to get away from because I think that actually it's quite high end. Right, yeah. Because you're getting these pieces that were made 50 years ago that are solid wood, beautiful quality. Yeah. So just breathe new life. Yeah. For like more or less the same price. Maybe you pay a little more, but
yeah, and then you get exactly what you want and incorporates perfectly into the design rather than trying to work it into a design.
And then no one else will have what you have too. It's totally unique. Individual. There are always some finds that you're like, oh, It must have been from a doctor's office. Isn't that crazy though? It's so crazy to think of like my little Sarah Bear being that size. And my tum-a-tum. Okay, cool, and a table. This is the size that we need, but I don't think that base would work. Oh my God. Okay. You just never know what you're gonna find. The other thing is too, sometimes you see something like this chest of drawers, for example. You know, sometimes you don't even have to refinish or repaint things. Like they're just good as is. They have a bit of a vintage patina with age, but like for $300, this is a great, look at this. It even already has dividers. I have loved these stools every time I come in here. Well, they don't swivel. I don't know why I thought they swiveled. They're awesome. Bamboo. So trendy right now. I have nowhere to use them though. Just obviously, you have to recover. Oh wow. Copper espresso cups. They're a good size. They could even work in a bedroom if you had a high bed. And they have this. You're actually, oh, they're too big for that house. Something just really cool happened. Because I've been talking a lot more about my passion for sustainability, people are sending me ideas and companies, and there's this really freaking cool company, it's not interior design, called Sea Bags. This company makes tote bags and beach bags and whatnot from reclaimed sailcloth in the Port District of Portland, Maine. Super cool. So they're featuring material from sails that were once actively used. Guys, how cool is that? Okay, so look at this. Right? How cool.
My name's Kirill Zaretsky. I'm the owner of Elle Eve, a consignment shop with a purpose.
Yeah, well, so we're here today and we really want to talk about sustainability as far as furnishing and decorating, and the industry as a whole has a lot of room to improve, let's say, because there's a real sense of disposable culture. It's like fast fashion, you know, people are buying accessories in hordes and cheap furniture to fill a condo because they need to fill it on a budget. But very few people think of other ways to do it, to add character, and also to, you know, as a sort of a byproduct of finding a vintage piece is you're helping the planet.
So I thought, there were all these baby boomers who were downsizing, they were aging, and their stuff was ending up in landfills. So we've got an entire massive generation of people with tremendous wealth that their children don't want their stuff. So what's going to happen to them?
All the time.
It's going to end up in massive landfills, more and more and more stuff. So I looked at it and I said, this is a great model. Let's start consigning pieces. And we started bringing in different things because we realized that people just have a need for this. And then I started doing some research on like what does it cost from a carbon footprint perspective for a table to be made. So let's say like most things after the 80s was made in China, okay? But lumber was actually being purchased by China from Canada. So what was happening with this beautiful table I'm about to buy? So the trees were cut down in BC. It gets on a boat, shipped all the way to China. And then you have these amazing high-end companies that say, okay, I'm going to go to North Carolina where they do their big show, and I'm going to design this amazing furniture. And they pick their design, they go to China, and they make the furniture. They make this great table. And then it gets sent to the United States, to the head office of that major furniture company, and it gets reupholstered there. Then it gets shipped back to Canada to a retail store, and it gets purchased. Well, that seems like an awful lot of energy that was just spent, and a lot of fossil fuels that were spent on that incredible table and chairs. But if you bought the table from a consignment store, the unit carbon footprint has already been used up. So you're not actually doing any worse to the planet. You're actually now not giving more resources, not taking away more resources.
You don't need to be an extremist. That is not what I am suggesting by any stretch of the imagination. I am not an extremist. I am still going to go to a big box store to get an organizer for my kids' toys. It's just probably going to happen. I'm still probably going to go and buy something shiny and new because I like it. It's about finding that balance and trying not to tip the scale too far in the one way.
Challenge, or do the 50 whatever whatever.
What is 100 miles? Let's just talk about this for a second.
Right.
100 miles in kilometers is what?
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm Canadian.
No.
1 mile is 60 kilometers.
I don't even know the difference between a liter and a gallon.
Hold on, I want to figure this out. Oh no, 100 miles is 60 kilometers. So what's 60 kilometers from Toronto?
So I challenged in Toronto the GTA challenge.
GTA.
You cannot leave the GTA. You do a full room. I challenge you.
Wow, you could shop the GTA. Everything's here.
Yeah, everything basically.
Is if someone does have a lot of stuff in their house, or they're moving and it's unwanted and it's older and it doesn't work for them, and that's okay, how do they get it to you?
If people have stuff, contact your local consignment store, contact the Value Villages, send pictures. For us specifically, you would send pictures to us and we would actually just edit down what we can sell, and we can help direct you on what charities to work with, or what institutions may take that kind of stuff.
And actually in this video, we're gonna link below this video. Obviously we're gonna link Elle Eve, but other consignment stores and places like Habitat for Humanity's Restore, which are also great opportunities to donate your unused or unwanted items. That's a lot of amazing stuff. It's like my brain is exploding. I'm super excited that I'm pushing further in this direction. I've always used consignment finds in my designs. I've talked about it, but not to this extent. And I've not had the same commitment before to sourcing Canadian products. And again, not an extremist. We're just trying to figure this out one step of the way. You guys are gonna follow along with us on this journey. We're gonna share our designs, talk a lot more about this. I would love to hear from you. Give me your comments. Please tell me what you think. Am I crazy? Are we crazy? Or, hey, is this resonating with you? What have you done? Do you have consignment or repurposed furniture in your house? Let me know in the comments below. Please like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, because there's a lot more content coming at you. And thank you for helping us this week.
Anything we can do.
Thank you.
We'd love to partner with you on anything.
And come visit Elle Eve.
For sure.
They've got the music playing. Let's just make it Dance Party Thursday at the office.